Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Mag Show. Today, we're going to be talking about the long-rumored, yet soon-to-come-to-fruition Xbox partnership with Square Enix for Final Fantasy. Which ones are you wondering? Well, wonder no longer, folks. We're talking about Final Fantasy 16. We're talking about Final Fantasy Remake and Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth will be coming to the Xbox ecosystem. Now, when should we hear about this? Well, that's the big thing. I'm hearing that we should be hearing about this Xbox partnership and announcement sometime in March. That's what I'm hearing, sometime in March of this year. Now, the other thing, a lot of the questions that I'm getting from a lot of people are they coming all out at once? No, they're not. They're going to be spread out. For example, my understanding is that the first one to drop is going to be none other than Final Fantasy 16 right here. Final Fantasy 16 will be the first one to be announced and the first one to drop on the Xbox ecosystem. And then later on down the road, as late as 2026, if you can imagine, Final Fantasy 7 Remake and Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. Now, let's talk about the history of these three games. Final Fantasy 7 Remake was the first of these three to drop, and it was in 2020 in the middle of the pandemic. And Final Fantasy 16 dropped in June of 2023, so just under 2 years ago. And, of course, in the first quarter of 2024, we had Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, which was also nominated for Game of the Year. Now, ironically, I'm playing Final Fantasy 16 right now, and it was just because it was in the backlog, and I need to get it. I need to get through it, and Lord, give me strength. After I'm done that, I'm going to be playing Star Wars Outlaws, then moving into Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, and then dovetailing directly into South of Midnight on the Xbox and Doom as well later on in the spring. However, back to Final Fantasy. I got to tell you, I'm about 12 hours into Final Fantasy 16, and it is magnificent. The first hour is a bit of a slog because, a lot of exposition, a lot of story. So, there's a lot of times you're sitting there with the controller, just sitting on the table with your arms crossed, and you're not playing anything at all. However, when the game really starts to get going and really starts to cook, I got to tell you, folks, it's got its teeth into me and it's got its claws in my back because I'm really enjoying the experience right now. So anyways, that's the first one. Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth is going to have to wait. Anyways, to recap, this is a quick video. Just want to give you some information. Look for Xbox to be doing a partnership announcement with Square Enix sometime in March of this year with the first game dropping of Final Fantasy 16. Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth and Remake will be dropping later on as late as 2026. I also want to give credit to Nate the Hate because Nate the Hate heard the same things I did. However, he got to it before I could. So I got to give credit where credit is due. It's funny. He heard the exact same thing I did almost to the word, which is really funny. I'm wondering if we're talking to the same people. We must be. Either way, they plan on announcing all of these games together in the same Xbox partnership show for maximum impact, right? So that it really shows like a really, like big pizzazz, like, oh, wow, look at this one's coming, that one's coming, and this one's coming. So they're going to do that all at once, but they're not going to drop all at once. Now, another question I'd like to answer that keeps getting brought up to me, specifically people reaching out to try to find information, is it coming to Game Pass? As it stands, no. There's a big distinct difference between Xbox partnership and Xbox Game Pass. It's a whole different situation. The partnership is for the publishing aspect, nothing to do with the subscription service. Now, could they throw a curveball? Absolutely. Would it surprise the hell out of me? Absolutely, because I'm not expecting it. And like I said, I found not one person that I speak to that could corroborate that story that there could be a Game Pass drop. As it stands right now, it's an Xbox partnership for publishing the games on the Xbox, which means you, the customer, will have to pay for it. Now, that being said, I want to know from you, are you interested in the Final Fantasy games? Are you going to purchase them when they come to Xbox? And just let me know. I mean, right now, like I said, I'm playing Final Fantasy 16 on the PS5 Pro. I'm giving it an 8.5 out of 9, maybe a 9, maybe an 8.5 to 9 out of 10. Really enjoying the experience, having a great time. What an epic adventure. I'm a sucker for that, especially with the semi-open world kind of vibe going on. Really enjoying myself. But either way, it's a quick video today. Just want to let you know the news that this is going to be coming to Xbox. Either way, everybody have a great day and stay magnificent.